Alright folks, this is Trident Castle. This is the big castle in Port Antonio that you see in the pictures all the time. This used to be owned by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Levy. He no longer owns it. It's now owned by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Leachin, who I'm told, they're telling me that he is it's a bit in disrepair. You can only imagine what it takes to maintain a castle. So I know that even when we stayed here all those years ago, it was, they were having a hard time keeping up with it because tourism has waned here in Port Antonio over the years. And this place used to, I'm quite sure probably the Queen of England stayed here, all the duchesses and duchesses. In fact, I know they did because I had breakfast with Mr. Levy when I stayed here, and he informed me of all of it. So this place has a lot of history, and I'm really glad to hear, you can see how run down it is. I'm really glad to hear that this man is going to build it back up again, because it's absolutely gorgeous, and it sits right on the bay. See? So when you're on that bay and you come around this bend and you see this castle, it blows you away. And I think there's something like 35 rooms, all decorated in, Queen Victorian decor, and it's beautiful. So, very glad to hear he's going to restore it, because this would be another piece of history lost. So here, if you see, I'm coming to the edge of the water. This is the Port Antonio Bay, I believe, or some facsimile. Very, very close to the Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon's right around one of these bends, and I'll just give you a view of that whole castle. And now it seems the roosters and the hens have taken over. I just spoke to one of what might be the groundskeepers, and there's a rooster. I just want to bring you around the back because there's probably a pool here. Oh, that rooster's frightened me. He thinks I'm going to scare him. He just took off. Okay, so this is the pool. These are the backgrounds of the property. I don't think they're going to mind if I walk around, so I'm going to take the walk around. Hi, rooster! So I'll just take the walk around to show you this property. It's fabulous. And this is the castle, but down that way, there's villas that sit along the water. And that's where we stayed. We didn't actually stay inside the castle. We stayed in the villas on the property. So that's the back. So it's completely, as you can see, 360 almost, surrounded by water. And I'm not going to walk around the back because, well, maybe I will. Maybe I will, because I want to see it. You can see inside and nobody's obviously living here. He was willing to go get somebody for me to speak to, so there must be somebody. But this is Trident Castle, the famous Trident Castle. Okay. That's it. And you can see the hills surrounding it. Villas up on the hills.